Every family has a special language of danger. In some homes, danger begins when your mother calls you by your full baptismal name. and you know the last judgment has begun. And if she adds, "Come here," even the angels stop singing. And the amazing thing is, she may not be angry because you have done something naughty, not because she hates you, but because she knows you well. The neighbor's child may do the same thing, and she will say, "Children are children." But if you do it, suddenly there is a family council, an investigation, and possibly a lecture beginning with, "After all we have done for you." That is Amos from the first reading today. The most frightening sentence in today's reading is also the most intimate one. "You only have I known of all families of the earth, and therefore I will punish you." At first it sounds unfair. Lord, if you know us, should we not get some discount? At least a family rate. We have been your people for years. Surely there must be some loyalty points, accumulated over the years. But God says the opposite. Because I know you, because I rescued you, because I carried you, because I gave you a name, you cannot live as if you are a stranger to me. That is the new and the uncomfortable idea in Amos. Love does not reduce responsibility. Love increases it. Amos was the perfect man to say this because he had no religious glamour. He was from a small village called Tekoa, a remote village. He was a shepherd, a dresser of sycamore fig trees. Not a polished preacher, not a temple official. He was the kind of man who could look at a king and still remember how his sheep smelled last August. God sent a farmer because Israel had become too sophisticated to hear simple truth. And sometimes when religion becomes too comfortable, God sends someone with mud on his sandals and dirt under his nails. Israel was not accused of forgetting their rituals. They remembered their rituals, but they forgot their relationship with God. They remembered feast days, but they forgot the poor. They remembered sacrifices, but forgot mercy. They remembered they were chosen, but forgot why. And maybe that is very close to us. We also like being chosen. We enjoy being called Catholic, Christian, faithful, practicing, involved in the church, devout. But Amos asks, chosen for what? Chosen to sit comfortably in church and silently judge the people who come late. Chosen to know all the responses at Mass, but know the pain of the person beside us. To be known by God is not just a decoration, it is a vocation. God's closeness is not a private privilege, it is a public responsibility. If God has given me faith, if God has, then my life must become more merciful. If God has forgiven me, I cannot become an expert in remembering everybody else's sins. If God has lifted me, I cannot step on those who still struggle. Amos is not trying to make us afraid of God. He's trying to make us honest with the God who knows us too well to be fooled and loves us too deeply to flatter us. So perhaps today we should not ask, what is God accusing me of? We should ask, what has God trusted me with? A family, a vocation, faith, education, influence, money, time, forgiveness. The more we have received, the more love expects from us. In the end, Amos is like a mother calling the full name of her child. It's not rejection, it is relationship. It's not hatred, it is love refusing to let the beloved become small. Because the saddest thing is not that God corrects us. The saddest thing would be if God looked at us and said nothing at the end. Amen.